and welcome back to art class. In today's class I thought we could do something a bit different. So rather than just telling you how to draw an object or an animal, I thought today we'd learn a little about a special fundamental. So fundamentals are things that if you learn all of them you become a master artist. This one's called perspective, and for those of you who don't know what perspective is, it's why small things, it's why far away things like that hat look really small, and close things like this cushion look really big. Okay? So perspective gives you depth in your drawings or your paintings, and there's a few different tricks to make it a little bit easier because it can seem a bit overwhelming at first. Now some of you will have done this in class before, and some of you this will be completely new for. So let's have a bit of fun. So I'm going to put some images up on the side with editing magic. So these are some photos in 1 point perspective. So do you see how everything is like vanishing to like a dot in the middle? That dot is the point, okay? So there is one dot and everything gets smaller when it gets closer to it. Okay, so we're gonna have a go at one of those, and you can draw anything for this, but I'll show you an example and then I want to see you guys have fun with it. So you could draw buildings, railroad tracks, trees, anything. The most important thing is you need a piece of paper, a pencil that's nice and sharpened, and a ruler. You need a ruler. I'm going to be cheating. I'm going to be using digital so I can make straight lines a little bit easier, but you really need a ruler. So I'm just going to wait for you to go and find those things. Just pause the video and you should have them now. Awesome. The first thing you want to do is draw the horizon line. So you know when you look out at the sea and there's like a straight line where it disappears? That's the horizon. So where the sky and the ground or the sky and the water meet, that is the horizon line. And just to be simple, oh wow, that didn't work. Does it work? There we go. I'm going to draw mine in the center of the image, just to be easy. The next thing we want to do is put in our vanishing point. So vanishing point is exactly what it sounds like. It's where everything vanishes. Everything... Oh. Can you hear my cat? Wait, cat time. This is Cosmo. Cosmo is helping us draw today, aren't you, Cosmo? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. He may meow. Right, let's put him down over here. Let go. Let go. There we go. Right. If you hear meows, it's Cosmo. Yes, vanishing points. Vanishing point is what it sounds like. It's where everything vanishes at the middle. So you know everything was like zooming in really far away? It's that little dot where you can't really see what anything is anymore. So the rule is all lines connect to your vanishing point. So in 1 point perspective, I'm going to write that at the top. 1 point perspective, which is what we're doing. All vertical lines stay straight. Yeah, you always have them completely straight. All horizontal lines move towards the vanishing point. Okay, so if I draw a really quick box, I'll show you what I mean. So vertical lines stay straight, but these lines disappear towards the vanishing point. I'm going to draw another straight line. Now, with 1 point perspective, if the horizontal line faces straight towards you, let's give an example. These are my notes, right? So here's a piece of paper. If it faces directly towards you, the viewer, you, it stays straight, okay? Completely straight. If it is angled, oh, can you see that? Oh, you can actually see it on screen. If it is angled, yeah, this is straight, that's straight, it goes towards the vanishing points, right? Wherever that vanishing point is. Do you see how it's kind of like turning a little bit? it doesn't still look completely straight across. So I'm going to draw a straight line at the front, a straight line up, and then these are my ones that go back into the page. They're vanishing, okay? So that is my box. Done. And then you would rub out, I'm just going to rub them out lightly so you can still see it. That line behind. Let's draw another box to show you how they overlap. So I'm going to do another one here. So I'm going to do the 2 vertical lines. Yeah. I'm going to draw the bottom and top lines. And then I'm going to draw it straight across. Okay? Do you see that? So we are now getting boxes that overlap. I'm going to do another one just to demonstrate. 2 straight lines. And do you see how I'm still using the same straight line I drew to begin with? Straight line. Use your vanishing point lines. Then straight across. And rub out what you don't need. Okay? So can you see that we have what looks like boxes going back in space? Well, it was easy me doing it in that direction. What if I want to do another one that's closer to us? All I do is I extend the lines. So I extend this line, I extend this line, I draw my straight, connect, and rub out the box that is now hidden behind it. So that is how you do blocky objects. Drawing trees, for example, is exactly the same technique. So let's do this on the other side. So I'm going to draw this line coming out. And if you're struggling to know where to put your lines on the outside, it doesn't really matter. But to make it a bit easier, if you want both sides even, you can do them in the 4 corners of your page, if you find that easier. But it doesn't really matter. Right, so I've got my 2 lines. You would draw this with a ruler so that it would be actually straight. I'm going to draw a tree. I can draw the first tree anywhere on this line, right? So I'm going to draw a little circle for where I want the base to be. And draw some little branches. And remember, trees are organic forms. They're alive, which means that you can draw them however you want and they still look right. Boxes and 3D forms and things where it's like strict and rigid, you have to actually draw them with a ruler and make them right. But when it's something fun, like a tree, you can do whatever you want. People still read it as a tree. So do you see how I'm not necessarily sticking it exactly on the line, but it's pretty much on the line, yeah? Right, so there's my first tree. I'm going to rub out a little bit of the horizon line so that's not blocking. That's tree number 1. Now I want a tree further away. Where should it go? Should it be closer to the vanishing point? Or further away from the vanishing point, closer to us? It should be closer to the vanishing point. If you said that, you win an invisible magic point. Right, so I'm going to draw my tree in basically the same way, but this time the bottom of it lines up here, and the top of it is going to line up here. So you just make sure they're vertical, right? It's like your box. As long as they're top and bottom, it'll be fine. So I'm going to draw my tree. I'm going to draw them a little bit different because all trees look a little bit different. I'm going to throw in the branches, make sure the leaves, make sure they overlap a little bit with this one. And now he is a smaller tree. He is further away because he is smaller. Flip that, reverse it. Let's do another one. A little bit further away again this time. I'm going to do it over here. This is going to be the top. And I'm going to do my little branches. And make sure that it's not overlapping the one that's closer, right? Do you see that? Further away tree. I'm going to use the same trick as with the boxes to make one closer to us. So I've drawn the bottom there. I'm going to draw the top here. so they're in a straight line. And all I'm going to do is go bam, 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 wiggly lines. And I'm going to rub out the bit of the tree behind that is now covered up. Okay, so let's zoom out. Hey! That looks good to me. What do you think? So let's say you want to do a road, okay? A road in the middle. So we've got our like weird small buildings and our weird giant trees. Now we want a road in the middle. So, you know how you've got the like white lines on a road that vanish? I'm going to do those first. So I'm going to do 2 lines like that. So they're disappearing in space, so they get smaller. And then I'm going to do straight lines. Going back in space. And you can be more careful with yours, like making sure things are the right size. At the moment, everything looks a little strange in mine. So just take your time with it. And then I'm going to draw a little bit of a, what do you call it? That bit just before the pavement where it like rises up. Okay, so there's my pavement. And again, all I'm doing is I'm drawing I'm taking my ruler and I'm holding it against the dot and I'm just drawing a straight line out. And as long as it vanishes towards the vanishing point, it looks correct. And then let's do some clouds as well. So clouds are like, they're a bit weird. So clouds don't have to follow all the rules. You just have to make them look vaguely correct. Like, as long as they kind of look correct, everyone thinks they're right. So all I'm going to do is, I now know everything close to me is big, everything far away is small, and things overlap. Those are my rules that I've learned, right? I'm not going to draw a bunch of lines because clouds are wispy and it doesn't matter. I'm just going to guess, okay? You're allowed to guess in art. I'm going to draw some big clouds at the front. And they're going to get a little bit smaller further away until they're really diddy. Do you see that? They're just like vanishing because they're getting smaller. You can draw lighter lines far away. That's a nice trick to make it work. So let's have a go at drawing a picture using this technique. And there we have it. So I've rubbed out all the lines I don't need. You can see a little bit of them, but it doesn't matter. And then I have coloured in all the different bits so you can tell the difference between different objects. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to seeing your art. I've seen loads so far. So how about we jump on over to our, what should we call it? Art corner? Art corner would be cute. Let's jump over to art corner and see the artwork that you guys have made. Okay, so I've downloaded all of your images. There's so many, so we're going to spread them out over the next few episodes, the next few classes. I thought we could show Precious and her sister Adele's work first, because they were inspired by the last few lessons we did. So Precious sent in a bunch of drawings. So here's a few of them. So we've got a little donut, we've got a little bag which looks like it's got sprinkles or sparkles on it, and a couple of little ice creams. They're so cute. I love the colour choices. I love that Precious has used such bright colours for the donut. It makes it look very yummy. And then she also sent in this ice cream which has gorgeous colours, inspired by all the rainbows at the moment. I love the use of the rainbow and the fact that they drip down into the little stars that then become the same colours. And that aqua colour in the middle is gorgeous. And then we also were sent something by Adele, her sister. She drew the unicorn and ribbons that we've been learning in class lately. I thought you did really well, Adele. I love the fact that the unicorn horn swells up with different colours. That was a really nice choice, and she looks really friendly. And you did really well with the ribbon. Let's just zoom in a little bit. Can you see how she's left the sheen, and it looks so pretty, especially this where it twists back and forth on itself. That's going to look super cute if you draw that on some cards. So thank you so much to everyone who sent artwork in. I know there's so many of you, so it's going to take me a little while to get through them. Keep sending your artwork. You can tweet it, or you can send it to the Purple Mash group that we have set up now as well. I'll find all of it, I'll download it, and I'll start showing it throughout the next episodes. Yeah, have a go with today's lesson. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!